This week on Machinery Pete TV, everything you need for Harvest Day can be found on today's sale, all the way up to this CaseIH 6140 combine that brought out the big bidders. A third generation still enjoys this Farmall C. And Pete shares the backstory on this Oliver Lug-A-Matic diesel.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. A&I Products is a lower cost, quality replacement parts solution for all types and ages of ag equipment across all brands. Visit aiproducts.com. Hey folks, welcome to Machinery Pete TV, coming at you this week from Denison, Iowa, home of Donna Reed. Now, you young viewers out there might not know who Donna Reed is, but just remember that black and white Christmas movie that airs on NBC every year right before Christmas? The mom, that's Donna Reed, and she's from Denison, Iowa here. And we're here today to cover the farm retirement auction for Dean and Beth Argetsinger. Beautiful line of equipment. Stay tuned to watch it sell, but first, let's go back to the studio, catch up on the latest farming equipment news. And it's not even in black and white.
All right, thanks Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. The Kansas City Federal Reserve says ag credit conditions remain strong in the second quarter, but it's warning of slower improvement in the coming months. It recently conducted a survey of ag credit conditions and says farm income has increased, but the pace of the increase has slowed from recent quarters, and it expects further softening going forward. Now it says farm loan repayment rates are continuing to strengthen, but that pace has also slowed. Shipping by sea on the West Coast is improving following nearly 2 years of delays and backlogs. The Marine Exchange of Southern California says just 8 vessels were in queue at the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach. That's an all-time low and down from a record of 109 back in January. Now, LA port officials are now asking for ships that diverted around the congestion to return. Despite the Russian invasion of Ukraine, exports from the war-torn nation are also picking up speed. According to the AFP news agency, Ukraine is on track to ship as much as 4 million metric tons of ag products this month. Now, if it holds true, it would be nearly as much as it exported before the Russian invasion started. Now, since a multi-party agreement last month reopened Ukraine's Black Sea ports, more than 30 ships have set sail. Another 18 are in port or ready to leave. Despite the uptick in shipments, Ukraine officials say, all told, ag commodity exports are nearly half what they were a year ago. That's it for news. Now let's check on some recent auctions from around the country. Now back to our host, Machinery Pete.
Hey, stay with us folks. Coming up, we're going to watch a corn head sell, a very nice one, a 2016 Durago GT 8-row 30-inch chopping head. Hey folks, I'm here with the owner, Dean Argetson, and Dean, now our auctioneers today, Shaban Auction Service. I understand you have a long history with these guys?
When I started farming, I went down to their facility and I bought my first stock cows from them. and they were just starting up as their business. And to get everything in relation to time, I paid $265 a head for 950 weight first calf heifers.
Wow.
So this is how times have changed since then.
Right.
But I bought the cattle from their dad.
Okay.
You know, so
Wow. It's nice when you're dealing with the auction company to have that history with them, isn't it?
well, we were just starting history. You know.
Yeah.
We were developing it. At the time, we didn't know. I took all the money I had and bought cattle, and you didn't know what was going to happen, but I thought the price was right.
You and Beth, now how are you feeling here leading up to sale day? I know a lot of phone calls, a lot of work getting the equipment ready. How are you guys? You ready for this today?
Yeah, we're ready for it. We made the final decision. This is going to be our last year at the spring, you know. And but we got out of the cattle business probably 10 years ago, and then we quit feeding cattle, and then we got rid of the cows, and then we started cutting back on the acres we farmed.
Well, folks, all these years compiling auction sale prices, I look for trends. And I got to tell you, one trend that I've seen that's been very distinct lately has been rising auction prices on good condition Drago corn heads. In fact, saw the highest auction price ever on a recent sale end of January 22 down in Swan Quarter, North Carolina, where a Drago GT 12-row 30-inch sold for $103,100. Now today on the auction, we got a 16 model GT 8-row 30-inch chopping corn head.
$49,000 I have. Anybody else? Sold it. 48,000. Austin will get the number, and let's move on.
Well, folks, I got to tell you, some of the hottest auction prices the last 6 months have been on good used grain trucks. Now, you might remember that Noblesville, Indiana auction we featured on the TV show here a while back with that Freightliner FL80 low mile, sold for $85,000. Just knocked everyone's socks off at the sale, and I'm sure out in TV land out there. And today we got another nice grain truck, an 03 International 7500. It's got 216,000 miles on it with a Dakota 20-foot aluminum bed.
6 down, 35, 36 down, 6 down, 36 down, 7, 37 to buy, 37, half, 7, 36, half, 7, 36, 5, 37 pound to buy, 37 down, 7 down, now 5, at 37, 5, and now 38,000, and now 38,000, 8,000, 38,000, now 5, at 38,5, at 38,5, at 38,5, at 38,5, and now 39, and now 39, and now 39, now 9, now 9, now 39,5, at 39,5, at 39,5, and now 40,000, and now 40.
I gave you 39.5, John.
You got to be 40, David, and now 40, 40, 40,000, 40. Last call, 39,5, 40,000, 40,000, 40,000, 40,000. I have, now 40, 40,000, 4,500, 40,000, 40,500, Will, 40,000, 45, 41,000, 41,000, 41,000, 41,000, 41,000, 41,000, 41,000, 41, I have, last call, sold it, 40,500.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
19,250, 19,250, 19,250, 19,250, 19,250, internet, you're out, 19,250. Sold it, 19,000, now 2.5, 14,250, 14,250, 14,250, 14,250, you're down to 250, I have. Sold it, 14,000, internet, you're out, 22,000, 22,000. 22,000, I gotta do a quick internet, 22,000 I have. Last call, sold it, 21,500, 95, 10 pound, 800, 10, 800, 10 pound, 800, 95, 10, 95, 10,000, I have. Sold it, 9,500,
The Tire Grabber is designed with your safety in mind, supporting your heavy lifting jobs with a heavy-duty jack and tire handler duo. For farmers working to lift, change, and repair tires on their home farms, check out the Tire Grabber at thetiregrabber.com.
What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Well, folks, I've got some different data today to share that I think will help explain why used farm equipment values have gone up so much, and in particular used tractor values. Now, yes, obviously the commodity prices rising sharply last week as they have farm income being up. That's a huge piece of the puzzle. Also, the supply chain issue being so messed up, pinching in the production of new equipment. So even if you want to buy a piece of new equipment, in most cases it's been pre-sold for 22. Those are huge factors. But what's being undersold is the historic tightness on used inventory on farm equipment dealer lots across North America. Now here's the new data I want to share that's really eye-opening. I picked a date, February 18th, and I compared the number of 175 plus horsepower tractors for sale at machinerypete.com February 18th versus 3 years ago, February 18th, 2019. There is 52.7% fewer high horse tractors for sale now versus 3 years ago. And folks, it gets more amazing and shocking if you zero in by age of tractor. So let's talk 5-year-old tractors. Compared to 3 years ago, there are 79.3% fewer 5-year-old tractors for sale today. Same thing with 3-year-old tractors, a 66.7% reduction in number available for sale. That's why when a nice one shows up for sale at auction or for sale private or on the dealer lot, they're bringing these rising prices. And folks, the scary part is with the production of new being pinched in, this situation of low used inventory, it's going to be with us for a while. Hey folks, welcome back to Tractor Tales. This week we're going to head to Indiana to check out a 1948 Farmall Super C.
This is a 1948 C that my grandfather bought new in 1948, and it was used to cultivate all our crops up till 1975 with a 2-row cultivator. It's got touch control on it, so it's easier to adjust the cultivators to do what you do and so forth. So I'm the 3rd generation owner, and I bought it in 1985 from my father. I know I was 10 years old when I first started cultivating with it. A little scary at first trying to keep it on the row and, and keep it centered and so forth, but I finally got used to it and done pretty good. Over the time though, I got chewed out for plowing out and getting on the wrong rows a couple times in my life, but because of getting on the wrong row and plowing out corn or tomatoes or whatever we happened to be doing, but that didn't happen too often. It got pretty deteriorated sitting around. It hadn't been used for probably 5 or 6 years, and my late wife convinced me I should restore the tractor, so we got it restored in 2001, 16 years ago, and it needs to be refreshed a little bit, but that'll be done here probably in the next year or 2. Oh, it's been retired for quite some time. Hadn't been used to doing farming for 20 years probably. Probably show it some once I get the paint refreshed.
Hey, stay with us folks. Coming up, you're not going to want to miss our feature item on the show today. It's a combine. It's a 2014 CaseIH 6140. It's got 1,179 separator hours.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit machinerypete.com and click Sell Mine. Machinerypete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
folks, I've been at this a little over 32 years now compiling auction prices, and I tell you, I have never seen the used combine market this hot. Now these smaller capacity combines, like our feature item on the show today, 2014 CaseIH 6140, 1179 SEP hours, these smaller combines have been really hot. In fact, on our own Machinery Pete online auction back in November, we had a 2019 6150, 485 engine hours on it. Actually sold for $260,500.
I'll just put it down. I got 45. Who get 50,000? At 47 and a half, 50. At 50 down, 2 and a half. At 55, 5, 7, 15, down to get 55, 7 and a half. At 7 and a half, $60,000, 800, 2 and a half. At 2 and a half, 5, 800, 65, 7 and a half. At 65, 7 and a half, 70,000, 2 and a half. At 72, 50, 800, 5, 7 and a half. 80,000, Dave. 82, 50, 800, 82, 55, 800, 85, 7 and a half. 87 and a half, 92 and a half. At 92, 50, 95, 810, 50, $100,000, 800, 2 and a half. 105, 105, 750, 10, 10, 12 and a half. At 15,000, 115, 17, 50, 20. At 22, 5, now 5, 125, 7 and a half, 30. 130, 32 and a half, 132, 50. I got 130,000. Who give 131? 131 to buy it. Yes, sir.
It's like everything else. I don't know what you factor in for Dean. But the way he's cared for all this equipment, it's got to be worth a ton. Buying it here and buying it knowing where it comes from.
Folks, everybody's now got a good man on right here. 130, and I'll take 131,000. 131, hands up, gonna go. 131,000, 131. I have last call. Now 2. Now 3. Now 4. Now 5. Sold it. 134,000 heads to Greene County. Put them on 385, 385. Thank you, Dave.
Well, folks, pretty hot bidding on our feature item, the combine, the 2014 CaseIH 6140, 1179 SEP hours. Those bids banging back and forth, right and left, winds up selling for $134,000. Well, folks, if you followed me for any length of time, you know that I like to say every tractor has a story. And I tell you what, there's a very cool story in history to this 1958 Oliver 995 Lug-A-Matic diesel. With only 3,670 original hours on it, that sold on a collector auction February 19th, 2022 up in Dorr, Michigan. Now, this sale was by our good friends at Vanderkolk Auction and Appraisal, and the tractor belonged to Jeff Lenhart. Now, my good friend Scott Vanderkolk sent me video of him selling this tractor at auction for a very strong price, but Scott also shared the story and description on this tractor, which I wanted to share. Almost 4 decades ago, Jeff's milkman spotted this tractor near South Haven, Michigan. The story was the tractor originally came from Georgia and pulled a 7-bottom plow. The man Jeff purchased this tractor from had acquired it from his brother-in-law in Georgia and brought it to Michigan because he thought it would make a good loader for his sand pit. He never got around to putting a loader on it, so he sold it to Jeff. The tractor was used for many years by the Lenharts to run a silo blower. The neighbors always knew Jeff was chopping when they could hear that Jimmy from miles away.
$27.5, $27.5, $27.5, $28, now 8, now 8.5, $28, $5, $28.5, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $28,000, $ 28,500, 28,500, 28,000, 28,500, 28,500, 28,500, $28,000, 28,500, 28,500, 28,000, 28,500, 28,500, 28,500, 28,000, 28,500, 28,500, we all in it done, 28,000, 28,500, yes or no, I gotta go, 28,000, 28,500, I sold you that tractor, $28,000, 2293, 2293.
Well, folks, thanks for joining us on Machinery Pete TV from Denison, Iowa, out in the west central part of the state. Really fun to be out here for the farm retirement auction for Dean and Beth Argetsinger. Great folks. And fun to watch their harvest equipment sell. The CaseIH 6140 and the Drago GT 8-row chopping head. Looks like one guy bought both. I think he's going to be ready to roll come Harvest 22. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. A&I Products is a lower cost, quality replacement part solution for all types and ages of ag equipment across all brands. Visit aiproducts.com.